There is a huge transportation issue that transportation planners don't talk about nearly enough: housing. Where housing is built and if that housing is affordable has huge ramifications on our transportation systems. If the only affordable places to live are far away from employment opportunities and daily needs, more people will drive more miles, leading to more congestion and more greenhouse gas emissions. These problems are only further exacerbated under the current housing affordability crisis we're experiencing. So let's talk about it. A few of my classmates and I had the opportunity to attend the UCLA Arrowhead Symposium presented by ITS this year on California's housing crossroads. We had a chance to speak with and hear from policymakers from across the state of California about what they are doing to drive solutions to these housing problems. Kevin Liu is a fellow transportation planning student, while Micah O'Brien specializes in housing, but I'll let them speak for themselves about what they took away from the conference.
Coming into this, I was like, how can this be so complicated? Like, I don't know. I think I've been a little bit more convinced that developers have a very important seat at this table, and that like they are a stakeholder in this process as much as like I'm very sort of like socialist, anti-capitalist. I think it is like a necessary step for us right now. And then I think I've also been convinced that state level housing policy has its place in municipal planning, period, but also like housing policy in general. Seeing local elected officials being like, just take the wheel, you know, has been really interesting. I think because of the state that things are in, I'm a little bit more convinced about housing policy being a top-down process. But only a little bit.
And these people really know their stuff. Like they are, you know, very well versed in the language, in the legislation, and are just, you know, dealing with a lot of kind of pushback. So I have a greater kind of appreciation for the work they do. I think I also really appreciated Council Member Rahman's chief planning staff, Mashal Majid, who talked about the 6 Ps, and of course now I can't remember all of them, but it's like preservation, production, prevention, and 3 others that I just really resonated with.
It's
and
right there if you want to ask her.
Mashal, can you remind me what the 6 Ps are?
How many times have people asked you that?
Prevention, production.
Well, where do you start?
Oh, I didn't even.
What like envelops everything? How do you bring everyone in?
Oh, participation. Yeah. Participation. Okay. And then prevention, and then protection, production, preservation, production. Placement. Okay, I need to write that down. Thank you. I just really like that expansive thinking about everything we have to do.
Another tension that I've been seeing is like this issue of public input and community input and participatory democracy in the housing policy process. I think there's been a lot of like not mud flinging, but like just sort of like, you know, the participatory democracy process is broken. Like it's let's do away with it. Like we need to streamline stuff. I'm doubling down on saying no to that after this, because I've been having conversations with people where it's like people that have come from doing organizing work and power building and essentially trying to play by the rules of participatory democracy within underinvested communities. And I've been doing it for so long, and I've built the power and the infrastructure within community-based organizations, elected offices, that like finally they have seats at the table, kind of, in LA, right? And so are we just gonna throw away all that because of a bunch of not in my backyard people, you know? Like, is that really, can we just really just chuck the baby out with the bathwater? Yeah. I think there's some really good points made about how the hateful voices are louder. But I do kind of feel myself instinctively pushing back on that idea of nixing that process altogether. And
to me, it's almost like I feel like it's evidence that we as planners collectively are not doing our job well. You know what I mean? Like we are clearly not reaching the people that need to be reached in the way they need to be reached. I think I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, what is my own ethos going to be? And I think at this point, I definitely agree with everything Kevin said about kind of the importance of participation and like meaningful engagement and trust building. But for now, I feel like I need to just kind of try and soak up everything I can and then like process, you know,
Agreed.
like over the long-term processing period after this event and my time at UCLA, you know, what pieces do I want to really hold on to and prioritize? What pieces do I respect, but maybe I'm going to leave to someone else? What pieces do I want to leave behind? You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be kind of a longer-term process for me.
Transportation and housing are not mutually exclusive fields. To build sustainable, equitable, livable cities, we need a lot more housing, especially near high-quality public transit. And these conversations about balancing public participation are key to making sure we can do that. As a transportation planner, I learned a lot at this conference about where these issues intersect and why this intersection is important. For more information about the challenges to building housing, look in the description for links to other great videos and articles.